Somewhere in that huddle is Chuck Miner. There he is, kind of standing up with a suit coat on right there. He's already won 300 games in his 19 seasons at Schlagle High School. And here are the starting lineups tonight for the Schlagle Stallions and the Wyandotte Bulldogs. Schlagle looks like this. Bell, Holly, Williams is tough inside at 6'8". Green, the 5'10" guard outside, and Campbell, the sophomore. Then Wyandotte goes with Allman, McIntosh, Young, Williams, and Johnson. Those two guards, Williams and Johnson, are outstanding. And there is Coach Wayne Van Dyne, who also just won his 300th career win. And he is in his 4th season here at Wyandotte, 10 seasons at Liberty before he came here to be the head coach at Wyandotte High School. So, outstanding coaches, some great talent on the floor. The cage is rocking and rolling, Doug. Should be a lot of fun tonight.
Definitely. They're trying to raise the roof at the Wyandotte High School already. But once again, back to those coaches, Neil. Both of these guys are absolute class acts. They really care about their players as individuals and will try to take care of them and stay in touch as much as possible. I know I was talking to Coach Miner before the game, and he's really talking about Chris Williams, how he went out and visited Chris at Stanford over Christmas, and how great of a job he really is doing.
Well, that's a real story. Last night, UCLA playing Stanford. Weems has over 20 points in the game. Earl Watson playing most of the game and starting for UCLA. Those two guys were on the same team at Schlagle at one point when Watson was a 9th grader. Before then, he went off to Washington. And here's the last meeting between these two teams, a close one. And that one was led by Nathan Johnson with 29 points, 73-68. The Bulldogs winning it. Here we go from Wyandotte High School. And there's Victor Williams right there, number 12, the point guard for the Bulldogs.
And kind of FYI, in that last victory by Wyandotte over Schlagle by 6 points, Andre Williams at 6'8" was not present in that game. So he'll make a big difference inside for Schlagle tonight.
Stolen out front. This is Campbell, the sophomore. We talked about, or Coach Miner talked about this before the game. This is probably the smallest point guard in the city, but look at his handles out front.
He's got some handles.
Victor Williams in transition.
And that's what they want to do. They want to try and take advantage of that point guard position. Victor Williams will be pressuring Charles Allman all over the floor. I'm sorry, Malcolm Campbell all over this basketball floor.
Campbell out high. He's just a sophomore. Remember, inside they go with it to Williams, stripped away again by Wyandotte. Quickly to Victor Williams, and he'll pull up the 3. Missing the shot, running for his own rebound, and he's got it over there in the tuba section. Dumps it inside. Shot misses by Wyandotte. In there was McIntosh, and it's on the deck, and finally, somebody breaks free with it. It's Nathan Johnson. He offers a 3. And the rebound run down by Green.
Well, the referees are definitely letting him play early on in this basketball game, trying to let the players decide the game.
Well, Green showing you his quickness, got free going to the rack, but blew the layup. Both teams like to get it in the air from three-point land. A near steal out front by the Schlagle guards. Williams enters, dumps down low. Willie Young had it down there, and he's fouled. And I believe that foul is going against Andre Williams.
Well, if you're on Victor Williams' team, you better keep your head up, because he's going to hit you anytime, anywhere with the pass, and it could be in the back of the head if you're not watching.
Foul's on Jack Holly, the 6'2" junior. Inbound, they missed the shot. That was Chuggy Allman, who gets it back. Chuggy misfires again. Williams the rebound. Schlagle the other way. This is Holly, the left-hander. And the Stallions are on the board. We played 2 minutes in the cage here at Wyandotte. Knotted at 2.
Schlagle's in a 3-2 zone. They're sticking Andre Williams at the top of that to try to create any kind of pressure on those guards for Wyandotte.
Johnson misses. Green the rebound. He leads the break. Here's Holly. Back to Green. Oh, that is smooth out of Mike Green. The pull-up jumper on the baseline. He's got his first 2, averaging 16 a game. The 5'10" senior has made it 4-2 Stallions.
That's really pretty by Mike Green. But I want to talk about this 3-2 zone. This is really a nice cagey move by Coach Miner. He's getting Andre Williams out there and making those guards for Wyandotte shoot over his 6'8" arm.
Ooh, look at Campbell lead to the head for Jack Holly. Oh, man. The sophomore, 5'7", 112 pounds, they say. I mean, he looks like a pencil out there. Look like you just blow him over.
And Schlagle is beating Wyandotte at their own game right now. Wyandotte really wants to run this basketball and create an up-tempo game and take advantage of that lack of height that they have, but Schlagle's beating them up and down the floor.
Here's Green. Now to Holly. Right to the rack. Lost the handle and got it back. The pump fake by Campbell. Oh, have mercy.
He's not playing like a sophomore. That was an excellent pump fake, waiting for the defender to pass him by and creating a nice open shot for himself.
Malcolm Campbell, the 5'7" sophomore, showing you he's going to be here a while to play in this rivalry. So Schlagle in the huddle right now, Doug, with an 8-2 lead. And we'll look again at that last Schlagle fast break.
Well, Schlagle's being Wyandotte at the game that Wyandotte wants to play. Wyandotte wants to go up and down the floor, but Jack Holly is the first one down the floor, beating all the Wyandotte guys down for the easy layup. Here's a nice play by Malcolm Campbell. That's an experienced move by the sophomore with the pump fake, letting the guy go by him, and then nailing that open jump shot.
Field goal shooting, Schlagle with that great percentage, 80% from the floor, and that's why they're on top 8-2. And Malcolm Campbell, the sophomore. Fun looking at him so far.
Well, Schlagle's getting the easy buckets, leading to that 4 out of 5 percentage, and Wyandotte's getting offensive rebounds just like that, create more shots for themselves.
But Willie Young, who stuck that one back in there as a football player, headed to the Big 12 in Oklahoma State. He's already signed a letter to play football. The race is on, and right in front of our broadcast position, diving into the stands goes Telvis Bell.
Well, as you mentioned, Neil, regardless if these teams were 500, less than 500, or over 500, we're going to see these guys competing in a lot of intensity tonight from both teams.
Yeah, Schlagle's 0-3 in the conference. That's Williams at 6'8", stealing it. 0-3 in the conference for Schlagle. They're 9-7 overall. Wyandotte's 3-0 in the conference and 10-5 overall. Here's Schlagle with it. Andre Williams, the 6'8 senior, says why not?
Wow. At 6'8, if you can pull up to 12 feet and out, you're doing a heck of a basketball job, is Andre Williams.
Foul on the floor, and that'll be going against Schlagle, and that will be on Andre Williams. That'll be his first personal. And on Schlagle, that's team foul number 2 here in the first half.
And that's a very smart play there by Victor Williams. He's taking the ball right at Andre Williams. At 6'8", he knows that he's got to get that guy in foul trouble somehow. And with Andre Williams out front against that 3-2 zone, that's how he's going to do is take the ball right at him.
Nathan Johnson off the inbound. Now it's Green the other way. Look at his handles right out in front here. Now to Campbell. Go back and get some more quickness. I don't think we have enough in the gym. And there is Campbell called on the travel.
Well, every now and then, Malcolm Campbell will make a mistake. As Coach Miner alluded to earlier in this game, he said he's just a sophomore and he's going to make mistakes, and Wyandotte's going to try and take advantage of that inexperience that he does have.
Williams rips a pass inside to Young, knocked away. I think Green got a hand on it. And coming out of this, Telvis Bell. Here's Holly, the junior. And a blocking foul on Wyandotte. As trying to get position in there is Willie Young.
What I'm surprised about early on here on Schlagle's offensive end of the floor is we know both of these teams have good guards. Why not pound the ball inside to Andre Williams at 6'8", averaging 15 points and 10 rebounds a game. He's got a 5-inch height advantage over any guy from Wyandotte.
This is Williams. And a little bit short rebound taken out of there by Chuggy Allman. And Chuggy transferred from Schlagle a couple of years ago. He was known as Charles over there. Now we're just going with Chuggy. From outside, Victor Williams.
Victor, take it easy raising the roof here at Wyandotte.
Well, that's their slogan, raising the roof this year for the Wyandotte Bulldogs. And Williams has 5 now after that three-pointer. 10-7, Schlagle. Holly to Green. And Mike runs it down. Oh, gosh. Here's Holly. And he can't get it over the front of the iron, out of bounds to Wyandotte. It's the second time Schlagle's gone in there with a nice penetration move, but have been unable to close the deal.
Well, what Schlagle's doing is they're really spreading the floor there on the outside and letting those 3 guards really go at him.
Williams missing from outside. The helium ball is retrieved by Campbell. What a give and go with Williams and Bell. They were unable to convert. The other way, Nathan Johnson. A hop step and I'll see ya. Almost got that one to go with a right hand. He's fouled as he takes it to the rack. How about that body control?
Well, that's the one guy we haven't seen anything of yet, and that's Nathan Johnson. But this is so early in this basketball game. Nathan wants the basketball, and he will score given time in this game.
Well, Nathan at 21 a game. And what we really feel is the best backcourt in the city right here at Wyandotte High School. Nathan Johnson and Victor Williams, both seniors. Nathan at 6 feet. He's the leading scorer this season at 21 a game. Victor Williams is already committed to Illinois State. Nathan Johnson, as you heard Coach Van Dyne talking about in our interview prior to the game, he said every junior college in the state of Kansas has been calling, and UMKC has shown a lot of interest lately among other schools. So Nathan Johnson getting some looks, and he's a great free throw shooter at 79%. Gets 1 of 2 here. 10-8, Schlagle on top. And Campbell stepped on the inline.
Well, Victor Williams does an excellent job on defense, already committing 3 turnovers from Malcolm Campbell, so he's really getting after Malcolm Campbell early on.
Nathan Johnson for 3.
Wow.
There's Nathan Johnson out there with his 3-pointer. He's hoisted 109 of them this year coming in here. And he's knocked one home already. 11-10 the score. Schlagle now down by 1 with the basketball.
And here they're going to that 3-guard set where they're trying to line them up, match them up one-on-one, those 3 guards, and let them take advantage of that quickness and ball handling ability.
Green steps in, whips a pass to Williams, but he lost it. And tried to get it back. It goes out of bounds to Wyandotte.
Good hustle there by Andre Williams, but Schlagle's really doing an excellent job of spreading this floor and making Wyandotte play defense.
We want to remind everybody that this game is coming to you through the beauty of fiber optics. We are live from Wyandotte High School through the cable plant throughout the area on American Cablevision, of course, picked up by Jones Intercable and TCI, and that's how you get Metro Sports Live tonight. And we've got a good one going. Wyandotte and Schlagle. Wyandotte with the basketball and a 1-point lead inside of a minute to play first quarter.
Well, like we talked about, Schlagle's in this 3-2 zone. And for that, they're trying to make Wyandotte beat them from the outside, but they're matching up along the perimeter as well. If they go man-to-man, Wyandotte's probably got a little too much quickness at the guard position for Schlagle to handle one-on-one.
Here goes Green down the freeway, and he couldn't get it to go. Holly turns around and scores. Jack Holly has a half dozen, 25 seconds left. And we're in the first quarter. Khalil goes inside, ball knocked away. As trying to take it in there was Nevels. Oh, and out front we've got a foul. It's going against Wyandotte on Cedric Frierson, the 5'9" senior.
Well, any ball that's in the air, as we've seen already, will be contested in one way or another, whether it's a pass, a rebound, a shot, whatever the case may be, it will be contested.
Schlagle basketball. This is Green from outside. Mike Green, it's not a 3 just inside the arc. He's got 4. On the other end, Khalil, and that one comes up short. And I think there's a whistle on the play before the buzzer, as if we could hear there's a buzzer in here, Doug. The foul is going on Wyandotte. And I didn't see the number, and they're going to say that we've run out of time here in the first quarter, so we'll take a break. It's been fun so far. 14-11 Schlagle. We begin the second quarter, and Andre Williams just posted up for 2 for Schlagle, and right back at you goes Nathan Johnson.
Well, both of these teams are playing the games that they want to right now. Wyandotte's up and down, playing that up-tempo game, and Schlagle's pounding the ball inside. Oh, my gosh, from Andre Williams.
A little behind the back from the sophomore Campbell. And Williams misses the shot. Here come the Bulldogs. Schlagle on top by 3, 16-13.
Schlagle's really got to find those outside guards for Wyandotte, whether it be Victor Williams or Nathan Johnson on the outside. Both of them can flat out shoot it.
Telvis Bell pulled the board that time, and now Malcolm Campbell shaping up against Victor Williams. Inside, Andre Williams. Rebound battle for. Coming out of there is Wyandotte with it. Chuggy Allman, and he's fouled as he comes out of there. Chuggy on the season, 7 rebounds a game. Schlagle has been shooting the ball very well, Doug, so far in this one. They jumped out 4 out of 5 early on. Here's how it lights up right now, 53% for Schlagle, and actually Wyandotte is heating up a little bit, even though they're 29% right now.
That's right. Wyandotte's percentages may be a little lower than Schlagle's just because of the fact that they shoot a lot more outside shots than Schlagle does. A la that one right there by Victor Williams, but they're draining him right now.
Victor from way out. His second three-pointer tonight. He's got 8 points in the game now. We're knotted at 16.
And look at Victor really getting after it on the defensive end of the floor, trying to create any turnover possible and take advantage of that sophomore Malcolm Campbell. Man,
I'm loving it. I mean, he is out there playing like a senior.
Yeah.
He is not afraid of Victor Williams, one of the top players in the area. That's impressive. Running down that rebound is Wyandotte. In transition, Nathan Johnson with a bullet. He got it back because it bounced off somebody's bean and went out of bounds, and Schlagle will have it.
Nathan Johnson really going, bounces off Chuggy's nugget right there and out of bounds.
Chuggy's nugget?
His nugget.
I tell you what, you got to have your head just expecting a pass turned around from these guards from Wyandotte and Schlagle. And I think in fairness to Chuggy that time, somebody got a hand on it. Green from outside. Andre Williams was fighting for it. People are tackling a massive humanity in the far corner. And then they just overshoot Green out of bounds.
Well, the pressure, I know Malcolm Campbell is just a sophomore, and he's doing an excellent job of holding composure, but the pressure will tear him down if he really doesn't let. That's 4 turnovers right now for Malcolm Campbell.
Tied at 16, and they're letting them play tonight in the cage here at Wyandotte. Nathan Johnson for 3, misses. Chuggy Allman had the position on the weak side, and Telvis Bell is called for going up over the back.
Well, you got to find Nathan Johnson and Victor Williams here. Nathan Johnson gets an open shot. Chuggy's doing a great job on the offensive glass, getting inside position right there and drawing the foul from Telvis Bell.
So Chuggy Allman will go to the free throw line, the 6'4" junior. His numbers on the season, pretty impressive there for a junior, and he goes to the line shooting 59% on the season, and he'll have 2 coming right now. And I tell you what, Coach Van Dyne and his staff have quite a selection of flashcards over here in the corner. If they're waving them right now, I mean, he ought to get some rental time on those deals. Those are like billboards. We could sell some advertising tonight with those deals. Maybe we'll get a look at them a little bit later.
Well, the one glaring difference that Schlagle has is height advantage. With Williams inside, gaining 5 inches off of the tallest Wyandotte player. They've got to take advantage of that. Right now, they're getting the ball inside to him, but he's not converting. Wyandotte's also out-rebounding Schlagle on the offensive glass.
You saw the flashcards in there. Both free throws missed by Chuggy Allman. Malcolm Campbell. Mike Green on the pull-up. He's got a quick off-the-dribble jumper. And a foul going against Schlagle. Chuck Miner did not like that call one bit. It's on Andre Williams, his 6'8" senior, and that's number 3 on Williams.
I tend to agree with Chuck Miner right there. That's free ball space right there, and Andre Williams just happened to be higher than everybody else. He's got 3 fouls, which really puts Schlagle at a disadvantage now because it's an even ball game inside with no height advantage for Schlagle.
Well, Chuck, I think when he popped off the bench there, he was seeing guys being tackled in the corner and getting no calls, and then when he sees that being called for a foul, he might have had a little bit of a problem with that. And so Andre Williams sits on the bench with those 3 personals. And at the line, Victor Williams. Now 9 points in the game. The 5'10" senior headed to Illinois State. Or actually, that's not Victor. That's Nathan Johnson that's at the line right now. So there's Nathan, who picked up point number 7. And he's got another one coming. I thought they were going to put Victor Williams on the line. He misses the second. Nathan does. 1 point lead for the Bulldogs. We approach the 5-minute mark. Campbell from outside. And the ball goes out of bounds to Wyandotte. And there is Mike Green. Chuck Miner, 300 wins as of last Wednesday at Schlagle High School. That's an average of just over 16 wins a season. And they don't play that many games in Kansas.
Yeah, that's very impressive, and he deserves all the credit. He's done a great job. Sure, he's had talent come through there, but he's done an excellent job of molding all that talent and getting them to play together. Nathan
Johnson misses the rebound of the 5'7" Malcolm Campbell. Wyandotte's been pretty much in the man-to-man defense the entire game. Schlagle's gone with that 3-2 zone.
I would say the wild card right now for Schlagle is Telvis Bell. Coach Miner said earlier that we don't never know who is going to show up. Which Telvis Bell, the MVP of the Piggly Wiggly tournament, or the guy that didn't score any points the next night?
Yeah, Coach Miner called him the most inconsistent players ever coached. And there's Victor Williams with another 2. He's got 10 now. And timeout on the floor as it's a 3-point game. This is a 22nd timeout. And Wyandotte leads it after that last hoop by Victor Williams. And the guards are doing it for Wyandotte. As we expected, of the 19 points, 17 of them have gone down by that guard duo, Johnson and Williams.
Definitely, and we know that Schlagle's got the key on those 2 guards, Victor Williams and Nathan Johnson. Coach Miner right now, he knows that his team is in a state of disarray with Andre Williams at 6'8" being out of this basketball game with 3 fouls. So he's got to find some continuity within his team, get these guys playing the type of game that they want to play. They wanted to pound the ball inside, but right now they can't with Andre Williams on the bench.
Hey, let's go over there and hear and feel some of the band over there. Here at Wyandotte High School, down in the corner.
Feeling you.
Well, the band's over there. I'll just tell you that it's over there. You heard it.
Raising the roof.
There's the field goal scenario, and here's one on the way by Mike Green. That's a 3-pointer, and Green has 7 now. And right back to a tied ball game, 19 apiece. Williams enters, stolen from behind by the sophomore Campbell. Right back, Johnson to Willie Young, who blew the layup.
Nice pass by Nathan Johnson inside.
The other way, Schlagle, and Green traveled. I don't think Mike liked that call. He was ready to make the move off the dribble. And I think he thought he had his pivot foot stationary. There's the turnover scenario. And really, the way these 2 teams have been running up down the floor, you might expect it to be a little higher.
Yeah, definitely. With the up-tempo pace and creating more possessions, you expect more turnovers than that.
Willie Young inside, missed again that time. Out of bounds to the Stallions. Tied at 19 with just over 3 to play first half. Victor Williams, 12, leads the way with 10, and Mike Green has 7 for Schlagle.
And that's a credit with both teams playing this up-tempo style of game right now and creating more possessions and having such few turnovers. That's a credit to both of these coaches because they're getting their kids to play under control.
Here goes Holly, dumping it off to Green on the other side. And that one is gangsta slapped out of there by Willie Young. On the move, Williams, and 1. So Williams will go to the free throw line, count the bucket. Let's look again.
Well, Victor Williams taking Malcolm Campbell here to school. He's going right at the basket. He's a sophomore at 5'6", 112. Victor Williams is going right at Malcolm Campbell and trying to draw a foul and 1.
Williams completes the three-point play. He's got 13 in the game now. Back to a three-point lead for the Bulldogs. 22-19, under 3 minutes to play first half. Holly with a crossover. From outside, Hagens missed the shot. Rebounded by Willie Young. Williams is gone, and he missed the shot. Not that little hesitation. Ahead of the pack, this is Holly, and he's clobbered by Nathan Johnson. Do not blink, you might miss something.
Boys are running right here. It's a good job by Holly getting out in front of the pack, and Nathan Johnson coming, getting the foul. Good hustle back on defense by Wyandotte, too. Holly's done an excellent job in transition all game. He's been the first one down the floor. Wyandotte's got to keep an eye on him in transition.
Here's Jack Holly at the free throw line. And he misses the first. The junior, 6'2 junior, is averaging 14 points a game. He's got 6 here tonight. He had 18 the other night in the 71-40 win over Shawnee Mission Northwest. And Holly missing both here. Wyandotte comes away. Chuggy Allman. And he lost the handle. And that goes over to Schlagle on the double dribble. Chuggy running into a little more traffic than he thought was there, I think, initially. And the Stallions have it, trailing by 3 with 2.5 to play first half.
Here they're trying to get a one-on-one matchup out front, create spacing from everybody. Get a one-on-one matchup so they can take advantage of it, just like that.
Come on with that one. Mike Green was just in your eye with that deal. 9 points on the pull-up quick jumper. Okay, I'll recover. We want to go back and look at that one again, though, Coach. Here's Williams out high. Nathan Johnson on the baseline.
And Schlagle doing a great job of extending that zone to make sure they got all guys covered on the perimeter.
Stolen by the Stallions. On the wing, Campbell. And he lost the handle. And it will go over to Wyandotte.
Well, I got to give Malcolm Campbell credit. He's still going at Victor Williams, even though he's got 5 turnovers. He's still going after him. And here we can see Mike Green. They got a lot of spacing going on, so it gives Mike Green a lot of room to operate right there. He does a good job of using that quickness and pull-up ability to create a shot for himself.
That's your face, your eye, your mug, whatever. From outside, Chuggy, no unit. Ripped away by Holly. On the move, the sophomore Campbell shapes up for Green for 3. Misses the shot from outside. Rebound to Chuggy.
Wyandotte's definitely controlling the backboards right now. With Andre Williams out of the game, they have the definite advantage inside.
Approaching a minute to play here in the first half. Wyandotte on top, 22-21. Williams missing from the parking lot. Green keeps it alive. 3-on-1. What an effort by Green. And laid in there by Hagens. A 1-point lead for the Stallions.
Nice play there by Green, but good job by Victor Williams. Even though he didn't get the ball, he saw a 3-on-1 coming at him, so he was going to attempt to break that thing up one way or another.
And now Wyandotte will play for 1. Coach Van Dyne has them back the ball out as we approach the 32nd mark in the first half. This one any good yet?
Oh, man. Just like we thought it would be. And Nathan raising the roof.
Approach the 10-second mark. Now they get into their offense.
And get the ball to either Nathan Johnson or Victor Williams and let him shoot it.
He misses the 3. Ball on the deck. And we've got a tied ball situation with 1.7. And it stays with Wyandotte. So they still have a chance here underneath their own hoop as the possession arrow points to the Bulldogs. 1.7 left.
Which is not enough time to get the ball, gather yourself, and shoot it. You got to do something pretty much in the air at this point.
You sure about that?
No.
Okay.
Not with the quickness these guys have.
Young can't get it to go. They had plenty of time to catch and shoot that one the way that one went off. 23-22 here at halftime. The Stallions on top as they bolted out 8-2 and finished the half with a 1-point game as Coach Van Dyne heads off to talk to his team here in a great matchup in the Kansas City, Kansas League here at Wyandotte High School. Back with some halftime activities after this. Welcome back to Wyandotte High School. Right now, the Stallions on top by 1, 23-22. And here we are at halftime. Neil Harwell and Doug Elston. Hey, right there is the Wyandotte dance team.
About to go out there and get my groove on, too.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, I thought twice.
Do not embarrass yourself, please.
I thought twice.
Neil Harwell, Doug Elston, who thinks he's got some type of dance move going on.
No.
How about the first half, Doug? 23-22. And the thing that just jumps out at you is all the quickness and speed that are on the floor right now.
Definitely. There's plenty of that to go around. Both teams doing a good job of playing under control. Not a whole lot of turnovers, as you mentioned earlier, but we see an up-tempo game. Not really indicative of the points being 23-22, but Coach Miner did a good job in the middle of the second quarter calling that timeout, getting his team settled down when Andre Williams picked up his third foul and created a lot of continuity for that team.
All right. Try to remain calm. We're going to take another break here at halftime. 23-22. Again, the Wyandotte dance team. We are back at halftime here at Wyandotte High School, where the Stallions of Schlagle lead at 23-22. Our crew has been working feverishly to get our music video ready together. Here at halftime, the highlights of the first half. Sam Abramson and Don Free in the truck, and Tate putting that together for you here at halftime. Go get him, Sammy. Stallions on top by 1, 23-22. Back with more right after this on Metro Sports. We begin the second half with Mike Green out of the corner. Wyandotte the rebound, but a traveling violation on the Bulldogs. And let's take a look at the first half statistics. Wyandotte did not shoot the ball very well, Doug, in the first half.
No, they didn't at all. Shooting 29%. They're averaging, what'd you say, upwards of 40%. Schlagle doing a good job, 44%. A lot of that in transition, but Wyandotte's three-point shooting really coming in handy right now. Being down 29%. They're shooting a lot of shots from the outside.
Schlagle basketball. This is Campbell out high. He was impressive to us as a sophomore in the first half. That one was rejected, however, by the senior Johnson. And he gets the return pass. Splits the defense with a left hand. And then Williams comes away with a rebound and right back at you. Missing the shot. Chuggy Almond is there.
Oh, and Andre Williams already making his presence felt, blocking Nathan Johnson's shot, but he's got to get on that glass inside for Schlagle.
That's Chuggy's first hoop of the game. The average is 12 a game on the season, 12 points, and he had 5 rebounds in the first half to lead all rebounders on the floor. Mike Green, Chuggy, and that's rebound number 6. Make it 7 because he got that last rebound as well. And it goes out of bounds as he was fouled, so Wyandotte will have it. And the foul goes on Jack Holly.
Well, whenever Andre Williams has been in the game, Wyandotte's done a good job of taking him out of the basketball game. One of the advantages they do have, since they do shoot a lot of shots from the outside, is that there will be a lot of long rebounds. And that takes Andre Williams out of the game because he's more or less camped under the basket.
Williams off the glass from straight on. He's got 15 now. Mike Green lets it fly. Not this time. Williams for the rebound. The foul will be on Victor Williams as Andre Williams and Victor Williams went for the rebound that time. The difference between those two is about 10 inches. You're talking about 6'8" and 5'10". Campbell off the inbound. And knocked out of bounds to Schlagle. 26-23, Wyandotte on top by 3. Schlagle led by 1 at halftime, 23-22. And a couple of coaches coming off milestones before they came into this one tonight. Chuck Miner of Schlagle won his 300th game as the Schlagle head coach the other night, and Wayne Van Dyne won his 300th game of his career, his coaching career, and he was presented with an award right before this game. Tipped up, no good. Rebound taken down, Chuggy Allman. He's really working the boards tonight. Chuggy, the 6'4" junior. Williams off the dribble. Come on. 17 for Williams, and he's like dancing in the air when he's shooting that deal with his legs spreading out the whole 9.
And he does a good job. Like you said, he's dancing, but he's keeping his balance while he's in the air because he was off balance going up for that shot.
And he's ahead of the pack. Oh, man, that was Nathan Johnson with the little left-hand thunder.
Rocking the house. He looked back and saw Andre Williams coming out at 6'8". He said, I'm going up top.
Let's cue that one up, guys. He's got a little something for you right here.
Telling you what, Nathan Johnson, watch him look over his shoulder. He sees Andre Williams coming at him at 6'8". He said, go up with me, big fella.
And then he beats himself up.
Telling you. At 6 foot, that's getting up.
You don't think they like that one here in Wyandotte?
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. So here we are at the cage, Wyandotte High School. And Nathan Johnson got out in front of the pack. A little left-hand dunk for you. He's got 9 points in the game. It's a 7-point lead, 30-23. And yeah, that's right, Nathan Johnson is 6 feet, a senior. And a 6'8" guy was trailing him. So what? Here's Green on the wing.
I'm surprised Nathan Johnson is giving him as much room as he is, because Green can nail those 3-pointers.
I think I said Nathan Green is Mike Green, and he missed the shot from outside. Here's Williams on the pull-up. And coming out of there is Hagens. Campbell on the baseline, misses the shot. Willie Young the rebound. The other way, here comes the Bulldogs. Allman, Chuggy Allman with another hoop. He's got 4, and all of a sudden, it's a 9-point game, 32-23 with the Bulldogs on top.
Well, Victor Williams has got this running game going. Nice shot there by Chuggy Allman, but Victor Williams looking up the court, throwing that ball 3/4 the length of the floor to find Chuggy Williams wide open, or Chuggy Allman.
On the move with the steal, this is McIntosh, and it's an 11-point lead for Wyandotte.
Well, they got their running game going. A lot of it is turnovers, but at the same time, Malcolm Campbell has got to be that defensive stopper and get himself back there and stop these open layups that Wyandotte's getting.
Bulldogs on a bit of a run. (34-23). The lead is 11. At halftime, it was 23-22. So not only was the 12-0 score the run here in the second half, but it is the score of the second half, 12-0, and this one goes out of bounds to Wyandotte. And I'm going to tell you something. That dunk by Nathan Johnson is like somebody just threw an arrow in the collective chest of the Stallions right there, because they've been deflated ever since then.
Well, increased intensity level for Wyandotte. You can see where Wyandotte's making Schlagle start that offense, and that's outside the three-point line now. So they've got their defense extended by about 5 or 6 feet. A lot of it created by that dunk. And there we can see the field goals are pretty much shift from the last half, in that Wyandotte's getting the easy fast break layups instead of Schlagle.
Oh,
God!
Not tonight. You can't do that tonight, Nathan.
Look at Nathan.
Not while the cameras are on you.
Shake it up.
Nathan Johnson, we're going to have to cue that one up. Right now, Stallions with the basketball. Andre Williams on the turnaround. And pulling it away is Nathan Johnson, who's trying to just give you a highlight reel over the last couple of minutes.
And this is where Nathan Johnson's going to have to play in college, is he's going to have to play a lot of point guard. At 6 foot, he's maybe a little bit undersized to play two guard, but we can see right here that he can create a shot. Nice fake by Nathan Johnson.
He froze everybody with that.
And quite honestly, Mike Green was still right there, so it wasn't all too bad a defense by Mike Green.
No, he cut him off from the drive to the basket. Lesser guys would have been broken down off that first move.
I would have fallen on the baseline somewhere about 10 feet under the basket. Man.
All of a sudden, a 13-point lead, 36-23 for Wyandotte.
What?
On the baseline, Johnson, and he traveled. Doug, shows the defense on that last bucket by Johnson and what you're talking about. We'll get to it in a second. Out high with it is Holly. Working it to Mike Green on the pull-up. Chunking it inside to Telvis Bell. Telvis has not scored tonight. Here he is on the baseline, and that's no unit. Williams runs it down, but he is pushed out of bounds by Tony Nevels. And let's look again at that move by Nathan Johnson. Shows the defense.
Here Nathan's just shaking everybody. Oh my gosh, look at that. But look at Mike Green. He's still right there. And he gets a hand up on the shot, and Nathan Johnson has to fall away to get that shot up even after that great move. So that's excellent defense by Mike Green.
Well, it was actually Jack Holly, number 5, playing the defense. And that was great defense. You just have to say, hey, man, that was a pretty good move. Yeah, run the other direction.
If you're shooting over an outstretched arm and you have to fall away to get that shot away, that is excellent defense.
Hanif Khalil picks up the foul, the 6-foot senior. And Schlagle keeps it. That's the third team foul in the second half on Wyandotte. Glad to have you with us on Metro Sports. Andre Williams, and the Stallions needed that one.
And that's the advantage right there of Andre Williams. He did a good job. Schlagle threw the ball up high. Andre kept it above his head and did a good job of finishing the shot. Oh, yeah.
Williams got free, and now Schlagle comes out of there with it. In transition, Mike Green. I mean, can every guy go off the dribble that dribbles out here and just take you anytime he wants?
Bunch of salt shakers out there shaking everybody.
Getting their swivel, their swerve, whatever you want to call it, on tonight. As Mike Green going the other way after Victor Williams was breaking down people off the dribble on the other end. Here's Mike Green over the top, missing the shot. Williams.
Oh, here we go, off to the races.
Head of the pack. Not this time, says Andre Williams. And rebounding it is Wyandotte. And an offensive foul on Tony Nevels. Andre Williams said, fool me once with that left-handed dunk, but not the second time. And what flavor is Tony Nevels going with? He's got about 6 packs of something in his mouth, chewing that going backwards.
And there's a prospect right there, Andre Williams. Once he starts finishing these shots toward the end of this game, he is a prospect because that kid can get out and move at 6'8". He's very athletic.
There's Mike Green off to Williams. Down low, that was Bell that missed the shot. A good high-low look on the back door, but Bell couldn't close the deal.
Well, Schlagle needs to get something from Telvis Bell. It's tough on the Schlagle guys mentally when Telvis Bell is an MVP of one tournament and then comes out and throws up a big donut in the next game. So he's got to get something going for Schlagle.
Yeah, that's what Coach Miner was talking about before the game. He's the most inconsistent player he's ever coached. He goes out there one week and looks like the best player in America, and we've got timeout on the floor as it looked like Tony Nevels took a pop to the mouth.
Either that or he was chomping too hard at that gum and bit his tongue or lip, one of the two.
Well, he's over there. They're working with him right now.
I think that boy bit his tongue.
Well, he had a wad of gum about the size of a baseball in his mouth a minute ago. And looks like he got a lip that is cut, his upper lip. So right now, Tony Neville sits on the bench, 36-25, Wyandotte by 11.
And they're happy with an 11-point lead right here. They want to spread the floor and get open layups.
What a drop off inside, and then spanked away by Williams, and that's his 4th foul as Willie Young took it up. But give all the action and the credit there to Victor Williams, who found him with the pass.
Well, defensively, Andre Williams is definitely making his presence felt. Here, Victor Williams does a good job. He sees Andre in there, going up with him. Andre gets back and spanks that shot by Willie Young. I don't know if that's a foul. He might have got him with a little body. But that's his 4th foul, and that really hurts Schlagle a lot.
And to the line, Willie Young, and that is a mortar that goes.
And Coach Miner has made a decision right here. He's going to keep Andre Williams in there with 45 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter. He's going to keep Andre Williams in there because Wyandotte's getting to the point where they might break this game wide open.
Willie shook the gym with those 2 free throws, hammered off there so hard. He made one of the 2 for Coach Van Dyne, and then a foul goes against Wyandotte. And I didn't see who they whistled down for the foul, Doug. It's the 6th team foul on Wyandotte as we approach the 42nd mark of the 3rd quarter.
Foul was on Chuggy Allman.
So Chuggy picks up his 1st personal. Here's Green out high. See if Schlagle works it for 1 here. Back to Holly. Jack Holly scored 3 quick buckets in the 1st half, and we haven't heard from him since in the scoring department. Inside, that is Bryant Crosby, the sophomore, floats the little shot over the top for his 1st hoop tonight.
And he's taken over the point guard duties of Malcolm Campbell here in this 2nd half as Bryant Crosby, just a sophomore as well.
Williams and Green. Williams on the pull-up, misses the shot, high for the rebound. Andre Williams, transition to Green on the pull-up. It would have been good if it went. But that's the end of the 3rd quarter. And if you can't pull up on the jumper quickly, don't come in the gym tonight. 10-point lead for the Bulldogs. We begin the 4th quarter. Wyandotte 37-27. And there goes Victor Williams.
Oh, God! Mercy! What? Oh, Chucky! Oh, my gosh!
Mike Green from outside.
Oh, man. The Schlagle's got to keep their composure right here after that dunk. Settle down and go into your offense.
And the sophomore, Malcolm Campbell, answers right back with 2. The other way, Nathan Johnson with the floater.
God. Over the outstretched arms of Andre Williams.
Nathan Johnson with 13. There goes Andre Williams.
Good job by Schlagle. Did a good job in those last 2 possessions of keeping their composure and knocking those shots down. The second one was 1 passing shot. They really a good job of knocking those shots down.
Steal by Green. Here's Campbell for 3, and it rings home. The sophomore, Malcolm Campbell, gets everything right with the world for the Stallions here in the last few minutes. And it's 41-33 as we were in danger of seeing a blowout, I think, if the little sophomore didn't come in here and knock down 5 points. And Williams also stuck in a jumper there.
Well, Malcolm Campbell had a lot of opportunity to sit down and think about what he was doing wrong there in the 3rd quarter. Coach Miner sat him on the bench and made him think about it. He did a good job of responding early on in the 4th quarter. But Wyandotte is taking a page out of Schlagle's offensive guidebook right there. They're really spreading the floor and getting those 3 guards one-on-one looks.
Well, Schlagle has already thrown in more field goals in the 4th quarter than they did in the 3rd, and we've only played about 1 minute and 14 seconds. There it is.
Wow.
And 2 of those field goals belong to the sophomore, Malcolm Campbell.
Well,
we'll see a lot of over the next couple of years.
The whole key to Wyandotte's third quarter right there was they've already commanded a lot of respect with their transition game. And in the first half, we saw them shoot a lot of threes. In the third quarter, a lot of transition. So here it's going to open up again for their three-pointers. And they're here, they're spreading the floor. With an 8-point lead, they're going to try to go one-on-one as many times as possible and get to the basket, use that quickness.
Out high with it is Frierson entering the paint. I guess every guy that they bring off the bench can just handle it like that. And here's Holly as he's fouled out front by Wyandotte. And I think it's on Willie Young.
Little elbow running down the floor against Andre Williams.
1-on-1 situation for Schlagle as Willie Young picks up the personal, his second.
And there's one advantage right there on the scoreboard. We can see that Wyandotte has got 17 fouls as opposed to Schlagle's 2 team fouls. So Schlagle's in the bonus for the remainder of this game.
And to the free throw line, Andre Williams, averaging a double-double on the season, the 6'8" senior. And Andre has shown us a soft shooting touch here tonight, Doug.
Yeah, he really has. He's done a good job. He hadn't finished a lot of shots early in this game, but he's come on in this fourth quarter with a nice turnaround shot. And one free throw that looked good.
41-34. Wyandotte on top, ball on the deck, battle for, no whistle, goes out of bounds to the Stallions.
Schlagle doing an excellent job of picking up full court and created 2 turnovers already by Wyandotte here early in this fourth quarter.
Plenty of time left in this one. 6:10 left as Chuck Miner looks on at his team as they have maintained their composure when they took a major hit from Wyandotte in the form of Chuggy Allman with that dunk and a couple of other buckets. But they're right back in here, and there's Jack Hawley, who's got 8 now. His first hoop since the first quarter, and it's 41-36 Wyandotte. A near steal by Schlagle, but right in the hands of Williams, and he is gone.
Man, what kind of quicks does this guy have? And jets.
Campbell on the turnaround.
And look at this full court press here by Schlagle. We haven't seen much of this tonight, but they're doing a good job of getting a lot of loose balls, getting their hands on balls, and they're going to get some turnovers.
A near steal, but the Bulldogs maintain possession. And trapped over there, smartly, Chuggy Allman calls timeout to come over and talk things over with Wayne Van Dyne.
Well, Coach Miner doing a good job of throwing something at Wyandotte they weren't quite expecting and hadn't seen all night, and that's an extended man-to-man full court press.
We're having fun here in the cage at Wyandotte High School, and they've seen some great basketball over the years here at Wyandotte. I counted 19 state championships up there.
Trying to gather my thoughts a little bit, but these guys are going.
I'm trying to figure out how you can catch any Z's, and maybe she's not able to do that. She woke up. Fans of all ages, there's your state championships. National champion in 1923. How did they vote on that deal? Was that some type of telegraph poll? What was that up to? What was going on there?
Once again, Schlagle getting their hands on a pass by Wyandotte, getting out in those lanes and putting a lot of pressure on those guys.
Nathan Johnson comes back into the ball game, and he replaces Cedric Frierson. You know, there's guys like Frierson, you see when they handle the ball out there with their quickness, man, you feel sorry for them. They're playing behind Johnson and Williams. They could go to a number of other high school guys and probably be the man.
That's definitely true. I know Victor Williams was happy to see Nathan Johnson check back into the game, because right now it's almost like they have 2 point guards back in the game for Wyandotte.
And a steal out front by Campbell. And the sophomore takes it right at him.
He's taking this game over for Schlagle.
Inside shot misses. Williams the rebound. We've got a 3-point game, and Mike Green's on the move to Telvis Bell, and an offensive foul on Bell.
Well, both teams right there, as we saw by Bell, a little bit out of control, but Wyandotte a little more so out of control than Schlagle is at this point.
Boy, I'm begging for a little pull-up right there.
Definitely. And that's
Telvis just took it a little deep.
Really a nice play by Tony Nevels right there. Fat lip and all, he's going to stand in and take that charge.
And we wouldn't have been able to see him anyway because the beam was in our way. And there's a foul, I think, on Schlagle that will be on Bell, and that is his 4th personal. And into the ball game, replacing him, Gary Hagans, and Bell takes a seat. And Bell had 16 the other night against Shawnee Mission Northwest.
And hadn't scored tonight.
Steal by Schlagle right off the bench. Hagans gets a steal.
Schlagle's getting their hands on every pass right now that Wyandotte's making.
Green with the dump off to Williams, lost the handle and got it back.
A nice play right there by Andre Williams. The ball's up in the air. He knows he has a height advantage, so he keeps the ball high. Schlagle once again getting another turnover.
It's a 1-point game. Wyandotte on top 43-42 with 4:21 left.
Here we can see that Andre does a good job of keeping this basketball alive. Once he gets the shot knocked away, he does a good job of keeping it high away from those shorter Wyandotte guys.
Back live, Wyandotte has it. And Nathan Johnson spinning. Oh! Brennan! No, you gotta be kidding me with that stuff. Doug, I'm gonna have you try to describe all this. It's a spin and a grin and a left hand and a bank. Here we go.
Well, Nathan can get a little bit out of control right there. He does a little so. Uses the left hand. Holly gets him on the arm, pulling his arm down. Nathan's gonna shoot everybody in sight.
Go back, get my gun, shoot everybody.
He's reloading.
Nathan Johnson with a highlight reel in here tonight. And he's got the 3-point play when the Bulldogs really needed it. 16 now in the game for Nathan Johnson, 19 for Williams. So they're doing it again, as Wyandotte fans have come to expect out of that backcourt. And the Schlagle backcourt not too shabby either. Green's got 9 tonight, and Campbell with 11. Here's Green.
Oh, my gosh.
Between the defense, a foul on the floor. That's on Victor Williams.
Well, Victor Williams is lucky that Green didn't put that ball up right there. It's on the pass. Green was thinking a little bit and using that experience that he's got. He would have thrown that shot up at the rim and gotten 2 shots instead of a 1-on-1.
Williams has 3 fouls now. And to the free throw line, it'll be Mike Green, who's got 9 points tonight. And has the first free throw. Mike Green, another solid player. And a long list of them for Chuck Miter. You go back, you look at guys like Chris Weems and Benson Smith and people like that. Mike Green, another outstanding guard. He now has 11 points.
Oh, no. That's
and a foul on Williams. Andre Williams is gone. That's foul number 5. And that's not where you want your big 6'8" guy committing his 5th personal.
No, definitely not on the opposite side on a press right there. Here, Andre just lowered his hip right there, tried to get out of the way. But Willie Young did a good acting job and got the foul.
Well, from that angle, it didn't appear like there was a whole lot of contact, but at any rate, with 4 fouls and you're 6'8", probably not where you want to pick up your last one.
And that's one of the things that officials have to show a little bit of consistency, because early on in this game, they set the tone by letting these guys play, and then they call a foul like that, which Andre Williams was not definitely prepared for.
Holly had it blocked. Chuggy Allman came away. Victor Williams on the pull-up, on the floor. The foul's on Mike Green. Now Green moving his feet pretty well, and that time called for the personal foul. 46-44. It's a 2-point game. Wyandotte on top in their home gym. They're undefeated in the Kansas City, Kansas League at 3-0, 10-5 on the season. Schlagle, on the other hand, 9-7, 0-3 in conference play, but they have won 4 of their last 5. And Williams gets the free throw to go. He's got 20 now, 73% on the season for Victor Williams. Well, I wish Victor was sticking around somewhere where Metro Sports could cover him next season.
Man,
he's going to be out there at Illinois State.
And with the closeness of this game, with 3 minutes to go in this game, both teams now are in the bonus. It's going to be a free throw shooting match down the end, and whoever can play the best defense.
Mike Green on the baseline. Please, did he go off the dribble that time and picked up the foul on Wyandotte? He'll go to the free throw line, where he hit 2 last time.
What kind of quickness does Mike Green have on his first step? Did a good job of rocking. He's out of bounds. They called a push there.
I think the foul's on Nathan Johnson. Yes, it is, and that's his second personal. So it will be Mike Green to the free throw line. 11 points tonight, averaging 16 a game on the season. So maybe some of these other guys will stick around so we can watch them on Metro Sports.
Oh,
well, local college, Missouri, K-State, KU, UMKC, any of the NAIA or Division II schools. We'll take any of them.
I wish some of the local schools would start recruiting some of these guys and not let the likes of Chris Weems and Teron Liu and Derek Hood get out of the area. But for some reason, they're not recruiting them as heavily as some of the out-of-state teams are.
Earl Watson, and you know, we talked about another guy for Wyoming, Coach McFall's son, Brett McFall, used to play at Olathe South. They won the state last season. He's getting a lot of minutes for Wyoming, and they beat Utah last night.
I mean, these guys from around Kansas City can play. It's just a matter of getting some schools around here that can keep them around and recruit them a little bit harder than they have been.
There's Green at the line, and he gets the second. 13 points in the game, 4 straight free throws. 48-46 Wyandotte, and a steal on the other end. Little too late with a pass from Willie Young.
That's what happens when you got your center handling the ball.
And Schlagle calls timeout with 2:54 left, and it's a 20-second timeout as Coach Chuck Miner decided he wanted to get that timeout to kind of regroup after the steal because they have a chance to either tie or take the lead with a 3.
Definitely, that's once again a smart coaching move there by Coach Miner, doing a good job of calling a timeout. He sees this as an important possession here with 2 minutes and 54 seconds to go. His team down 2, tons of time left, but he knows that if his team ties or takes the lead right here, that's a huge boost for his team.
Take a look at the last steal. It looked like Nathan Johnson was ahead of the pack. Willie Young just not in time to get him the basketball.
That's right. This is what happens when you got your center, Willie Young, handling the basketball. Little errant pass right there. Didn't get his grips on it as well as he would have liked. The underhand pass, and easy steal right there by Schlagle.
And you saw Victor Williams, and there he is live right now on the last possession on tape. I'm right next to you, Willie. I'm right there.
Willie also had Nathan Johnson right underneath the basket. And who knows what would have happened right there. He could have verticaled that thing.
That's right.
Monster cram.
And I'm not sure what's happening right now as the coaching staffs are at half court. There's Chuck Miner talking it over with the officials.
Got some water in front of the Wyandotte bench.
Get that all wiped up. And there's Wayne Van Dyne looking on. Here goes Campbell, the sophomore. He has been magnificent in the 4th quarter.
Now they're going to try to set a lot of screens here for Mike Green, whether it be 1, 2, 3 screens. They want to get him open for a shot and get the ball in his hands.
Telvis Bell is back in there with his 4 personal fouls. Here's Campbell, the sophomore. Chuggy Allman got the rebound. And they get it into the hands of Victor Williams.
And there's a matchup right there. Mike Green and Victor Williams. 2 seniors, both quick.
Williams on the pull-up, misses the shot. Green tries to keep it alive, and now Schlagle has it with another opportunity to tie it up or take the lead with a 3. There's Green, and a foul on Williams from behind, and that's his 4th with 2:03 left. And since Wyandotte has been in the 1-on-1, now they're in the double bonus. Mike Green has been filling it up from the line. He's hit 4 in a row, has 13 points, and there he is again, timeout on the floor.
Well, what I like right now in a game of this intensity and the rivalry that Schlagle and Wyandotte always have year in and year out, we see Mike Green and Victor Williams, both seniors, guarding each other. They want the game in their hands at the end.
And then you can also watch it on replay as we'll play it right back after the live game. Let's go into the huddle with Chuck Miner.
What he's diagramming right there is he wants his team to run the offense. It looked like it was almost a double stack right there, and they're trying to almost stall the clock if they get the ball and they have a lead. So Coach Miner, what he's saying right there is he wants to stall, keep Wyandotte out of the transition, and get the last shot.
And on the other side, Wayne Van Dyne in his huddle. Again, both these coaches coming off some milestone victories in their career. As Coach Miner won his 19th, or in his 19th season, won his 300th game the other night at Schlagle, and Wayne Van Dyne won the 300th game of his career the other night, last Friday night. And he received the award tonight. His daughter Corey out there to give it away, and his whole team there to congratulate. That was a very touching moment before the game. That was fun. Here's Green at the line.
By the way, that was great camera work right there by Donnie Miller, getting inside that huddle right there and seeing the diagram of that double stack play on the offensive end.
Donnie doesn't play around now, and people get out of his way because he played football in the NFL, right?
No, he'll stick his nose in there and create a little contact.
Played for Coach Schottenheimer over there. Now he runs camera on the baseline for us. Right down there with the basketball. There he is. The long pass to Nathan Johnson. I thought Willie Young was the wideout on the football team. From outside, this is Hagens missing the shot. Rebound to Holly, right back at him.
Nice play by Holly, using that left-hander. Being a left-hander sometimes throws the defender off a lot because everybody's right-handed, so you're not used to that left-hander throwing that shot at.
It's a one-point game. Williams to Nathan Johnson. Count it and one.
Oh, no.
Well, the two guards on the hook up again.
I'm sorry, but I got to speak up here. I don't like the inconsistency at all. They're not even touching each other. That's a ticky-tack call. That early on in this game, the officials set the tempo that they wanted the kids to decide the game and have it be a physical game. Now, you cannot call a foul like that when you're deciding the game so early and creating that tempo so early. That's a bad call.
Well, so what happens is Nathan Johnson gets the hoop. Williams broke down the defense, got it to Johnson, who laid it in. And then it's the fifth foul on Jack Holly as he fouls out. And the Wyandotte faithful hanging in there, thinking their team has got the upper hand. And there's Holly, who fouled out. And Johnson completes the three-point play. And now he and Victor Williams each have 21. A 4-point lead for the Bulldogs. Campbell, please. Campbell with 13 now. Johnson.
And probably not the shot you wanted. With Nathan Johnson pulling up like that, you got the lead, be patient.
And Willie Young called for the push-off. So we'll go to the other end to shoot the double bonus. Pleased with the sophomore, though, Malcolm Campbell. He's got 13 now.
Well, Malcolm Campbell's doing a great job here in this second half of doing a lot of things right for his team. He's scoring a lot of points, getting the ball to the right people, keeping Schlagle in this basketball game. That was a nice switch of hands by Campbell right there. He saw the guy coming block. If he would have had the ball in his right hand, it would have been blocked, so he moves the ball to the left hand in the air and gets the open layup.
Well, he has been such a surprise. Coach Miner told us to watch for him. He said, you're not going to see a smaller guard that's any better than him here in the area. He says it's going to be unbelievable. You see this guy, and he said he's 5'6" and 112, and he's doing a great job here tonight. At the free throw line, missing the first, is Hagens,
and that's where the game is going to be won or lost, is at the free throw line. Schlagle obviously not doing a very good job at all from the line.
Well, Mike Green had been doing pretty well 5 out of 6, but that time Hagens misses 2. Williams had it knocked away to Campbell, and they regroup and pick it up. McCullough picked it up. Campbell had it stolen from behind
by Victor Williams.
And then Young throws it ahead.
Oh! Let's go to him.
And give the bucket to Chuggy Allman, as I think Telvis Bell fooled with it up above the cylinder. Chuggy Allman has 8. And now it's a 4-point lead.
Throw it up, Cedric. We want to see some dunks. Good play by Cedric. He knows that that's a nice, safe pass right there, and he was going to get a layup regardless. Really a safe pass. Nice play by the senior. That's experience right there, and just getting the easy play instead of throwing it up and getting a dunk like we all wanted. We know the bench likes that.
So Chuggy with the hoop. He's got 8. And right now, the Wyandotte Bulldogs in the huddle with Wayne Van Dyne, lead it by 4.
Coach Van Dyne's telling him not to gamble. Keep your men in front of you. We want the ball in Victor's hands. And let Victor's experience, ball handling, and quickness take over at the end of the game. Plus, he can shoot free throws, obviously.
Last season, we felt Brett McFall and T.J. Brown they were the best duo in the backcourt. As the Wyandotte folks just it's just a little party in here tonight, that's all. And we felt they were the best guard duo in the area last year. Brown goes on to Texas A&M. McFall goes on to Wyoming. And tonight, and this season, we have to give the nod to Nathan Johnson and Victor Williams in the same backcourt tonight. They each have 21. Buckle up, 45 seconds left.
Trying to get the ball in the hands of Mike Green. Let him do his thing, just like he did right there.
They wave off the basket. Foul is on the floor. And this is good for the Stallions, as Green will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, stopping the clock with 39 seconds left.
And we can see that we have a little chess match going on here. That was a nice substitution right there, substituting Frierson in for Nathan Johnson. Nathan Johnson's got 4 fouls, but we wanted offense and defense. Nathan Johnson will be in on offense, Frierson on defense. At the same time, Coach Miner wants the ball in the hands of Mike Green. Not only is he the offensive threat, but he's also a very good free throw shooter.
Green is now 6 out of 7 from the line. It's actually 6 out of 7, I believe. And he's got another one coming. And he misses it. Rebound to Wyandotte. It's a 3-point game now. 35 seconds left and a foul on Mike Green. So to the other end to shoot free throws, it'll be Victor Williams. And that's the other thing about these 2 guards for Coach Van Dyne. As you look at Mike Green, who just picked up his 2nd personal foul. They are both good free throw shooters. On the season, Johnson is at 79%, and Victor Williams right there is at 73. And Victor has hit all 3 of his free throws tonight.
This is where, like we said earlier, this is where the game is going to be won, is at the free throw line. You want the ball in the hands of Victor Williams, number 1, because he can shoot free throws, and number 2, because he does a very good job at taking care of the basketball.
Victor Williams with both. He has 23. And Coach Van Dyne wanting no fouls. Here's Campbell. He's had 11 of his 13 points here in the second half. Mercy, Campbell again. He's got 16 now. It's a 2-point game. Williams splits the defense, and then he's fouled by Campbell.
And you can see right there that Victor Williams was not going to lose control of that ball, nor give it up. He wants the ball game in his hands, and he's going to keep that ball at all possible costs. Here, Malcolm Campbell. They're looking for Mike Green coming off the main screen. Here, Campbell looks to his right. Knows they need a shot, so he throws it up. He's been hot here in this 4th quarter with, I believe, what, 13 points in the 4th quarter alone.
Yeah, that's 14 points in the 3rd quarter now. He's got 2 threes. So 14 of his 16 points in the 4th quarter. And the little sophomore has just said, you know, he's in here playing against the best guards in Kansas City. And he's lighting it up at 16 and scoring baskets in the 4th quarter to keep his team in the game. And it's now a 2-point lead, Bulldogs.
Well, late in the season right now, just a sophomore, it's safe to say that Malcolm Campbell is not a sophomore anymore. He's probably more like a junior, but he's playing like a senior. He's playing with the confidence of a senior. He's not backing down at all. Victor Williams gave him a hard time early. He's done a good job of being resilient and coming back from that.
And if Campbell is a wrestler, I'm saying he's got to go to 98 pounds. He's got to drop 14 to get to the 98-pound mark.
Put on the trash bag and sweat it off, partner.
Oh, it's been fun watching him tonight. Everything's been fun about this game here. There's the fans.
Look at him. He's talking to Victor Williams right now.
The Wyandotte dance team, the coaches. And we're glad you're with us on Metro Sports this evening.
Victor's going to let him hear about it after making that foul shot. These guys are both talking to each other. Look at Malcolm Campbell's walking back. He's talking to Victor right now.
And Williams with both has 25. Lead back to 4, so it's still a 2-possession game. Shot misses from outside. Wyandotte comes out of there with it. Ahead of the pack is Chucky Allman, and he's fouled from behind. And the foul goes against Gary Hagans. And Wayne Van Dyne made sure he had another timeout left. He went to the scorer's bench to find that out and then calls the timeout. And now I think Coach Miner is going to say he didn't have a timeout left. Let's see how this one goes down.
Well, Coach Miner's a little upset too, and I don't blame him right here. The Wyandotte guys, Chucky Allman right there, getting his groove on in front of Hagan right there, and Coach Miner thought that was probably taunting. And I agree with that.
Yeah, he probably thought that what should have happened there was a technical, I guess. Here's another look here.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of intensity. Emotions are high right now, but watch Chucky Allman right there. He gets his groove on a little bit in front of Hagan right there, and that's a little bit taunting, but Hagan did a good job of not bouncing back and retaliating.
So that's what I think Chuck Miner was upset with that time. 59-55, a 4-point game. Wyandotte on top. Doug, 6.6 left. And this one would look pretty much in control for Wyandotte. If he hits both free throws, it's the 2-possession game, really, which it is right now. But he can extend the lead to 6.
Definitely a 2-possession game, and it'd be very difficult being down 4 or 6 at this point with 6.6 seconds left, and they have to go the length of the floor, which is going to take 2.5, 3 seconds anyway to do that.
And he hits the first. Chuggy does. He's got 9.
So really what Wyandotte has to do, if Schlagle does get it down and get an easy layup, just let the ball bounce.
And he's got both. 10 points in the game. 6.6 left. The lead is a half dozen for Wyandotte. There's Campbell inside the arc. No reason to do that. And that's your ball game. Wayne Van Dyne and the Wyandotte Bulldogs win here tonight, 61-55. In our most, I'll go on a limb here, Doug, our most entertaining game of the season so far.
No question. Both teams really getting after it. A lot of intensity, a lot of emotion and enthusiasm, and a lot of quickness and athletic ability.
And there, he talked about how close he is with those 2 guards, Williams and Johnson. You see him hugging Johnson there. And there's Nathan Johnson, who finished with 21 tonight. Victor Williams had 25. And Wyandotte wins at 61-55. They remain undefeated in conference play at 4-0. And they're now 11-5 on the season. And also our hats off to Chuck Miner and his Schlagle Stallions as they battled and battled and battled. And they used a sophomore to do it in the 4th quarter, Malcolm Campbell, who finished with 16. We'll recap this one here on Metro Sports. The final, once again, the Bulldogs win it by 6. Some excitement in the cage here at Wyandotte tonight. 61-55 your final. And it was all that here tonight, Doug. We had fun watching this ball game. All kinds of talent in here, great fans. What is the temperature in here? 125? We're just talking with Coach Van Dyne, and I think he's sweat all the way through his suit. He said, can I have a couple minutes with my team? And he's going down to talk to his team, and we'll have an interview with him on the high school roundup show here in a little bit, but it was a lot of fun tonight.
I know what constitutes a good game right now, and that's when you have to wait till the end of the game to catch your breath.
That's right. And now let's take a look at the Metro Sports Game of the Week instant replay brought to you by America's Contacts and Eyeglasses.
Here we see that Wyandotte does a good job of getting that baseball pass down, catching Schlagle a little bit off guard. Nathan Johnson doing a good job of finishing late in the game, as the rest of the Wyandotte Bulldogs did, going 10 for 10 from the line in the fourth quarter.
That was our play of the game? Come on, guys.
Wow.
No, that was a great play. We had plenty of them here tonight. Yeah. Unbelievable. We had another one where he was on the other end with a dunk. Chuggy Allman's throwing one down. So the sophomore, a brilliant performance tonight out of Malcolm Campbell. That sophomore at 5'7" and 112. And he finishes with 14 of those in the second half. Well, we'll talk some more about this one. 61-55, Wyandotte wins it by a half dozen. Back with more here on Metro Sports. Stay with us. Once again, Wyandotte wins it tonight 61-55 as they take control in the KCK Conference. 4-0 in conference play now in the season and 11-5 overall for Wyandotte. And Doug, again, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, definitely putting the game into the hands of the likes of Victor Williams and Nathan Johnson down the stretch proved to be the key point for Wyandotte. Both of them shooting well from the foul line, 10 of 10 from the line in the fourth quarter.
That'll do it for us here on the High School Game of the Week on Metro Sports. We want to remind you to stick around for the High School Roundup Show. We'll have scores and highlights from all over the area tonight with Chad Harberts and Brad Porter and Tony Washington, so stay with us. We'll also come back out here to Wyandotte High School and have an interview with the winning coach tonight, Wayne Van Dyne. For Doug Elston and for our crew led by Curtis Lorenz in the truck tonight, this is Neil Hartwell. We'll see you next time on the High School Game of the Week on Metro Sports. Good night, everybody.